Hey guys, it's Brendan Borman back from our 270 video. Today I'll be playing as Tim Scott 2024, the brand new candidate inside 270, taking on President Biden, a very strong candidate, and Tom Runyon. Good luck to my opponent. I'm going to start off in classic Old South on turn number 1, uncontested, so I will get that bonus on turn number 2. But let's talk about Timothy Scott. Tim Scott is an American politician and businessman serving as the junior United States Senator for South Carolina since 2013. As a Republican, Scott was appointed to the United States Senate by Governor Nikki Haley, and he retained his seat after winning a special election in 2014 and was elected to a full term in 2016. It looks like that Tom is going to open up in swing states here: Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Florida. In 2010, Scott was elected to the United States House of Representatives for South Carolina's 1st Congressional District, where he served from 2011 to 2013. Previously, Scott served one term in the South Carolina General Assembly and served on the Charleston County Council from 1996 to 2008. I'm going to open up in Arizona, Iowa, New Hampshire with some of my money going after Town and Gown, if I can get New York uncontested, which I do, and there is the swing state bonus for Tom Runyon. Since January 2017, Scott has been one of 11 African Americans to have served in the U.S. Senate and the first to serve in both chambers of Congress. Scott is the 7th African American to have been elected to the Senate and the 4th from the Republican Party. He is the first African-American senator from South Carolina, the first African-American senator to be elected from the southern United States since 1881, 4 years after the end of the Reconstruction era, and the first African-American Republican to serve in the United States Senate since Edward Brooke departed in 1979. So on turn number 4, I'm going to go up in just enough states to get that African-American bonus, including the 3rd pip into New York. I am facing some pressure in South Carolina. However, I did not have quite enough cash to get that Town and Gown bonus. So I did prioritize the African-American bonus. I'm going to now use my AA funds to stretch out into Michigan, Delaware, some of these high-tech states, also just Illinois in case there's pressure. Use my Old South money instead of defending South Carolina, going up in Alabama and Mississippi. And because I cannot lose the Old South bonus, there's not really a reason to spend that $37,000. And so I will just let that ride. I am going to open up in a couple other Town and Gown states just in case he does want to attack me in Arizona, Iowa, New Hampshire with his swing money. And so this is turn 5. South Carolina is stolen with a lot of cash. And so, yes, that will take away African-American for a turn. But I'm going to just get it right back. So, not a big fan of that move. But, oh well, I will go ahead and get my Town and Gown, get my AA, and I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 pip into Texas, and I'm going to save $151,000 because that will leave me $400,000 next turn, where I have the ability to double pip Texas and get manufacturing, or I can cut him off completely and double pip into California and maybe delay a bonus, but I think I'm going to do that, actually. Looking at Tim Scott's bonuses, he does have this 20% African-American, which is strong for a Republican. He reminds me of a Ben Carson type from the original candidates inside the game. So a 20% oil and gas is definitely good. He has received money from oil industries for campaigns. 15% agriculture is pretty standard for a Republican. And he does have a 15% manufacturing bonus. So he was critical in trying to lure the Boeing manufacturing plant to his home state of South Carolina. And of course, South Carolina being in the Old South, it does make sense for him to have an Old South bonus. Any candidate that has that Old South and African-American combination is definitely a strong candidate in the beginning part of the game. But then you give him a 15% export bonus, you give him a 10% swing that African-American, like we talked about, and he can be a mid to late game candidate as well. He does have a 30% big conservative, which is interesting in multiplayer if you are wanting to go that route and maybe play a little bit more conservatively. He does have a 15% evangelical bonus, and he does not have a gun lobby bonus. For high tech, he does have a 10% penalty, which when paired with that 10% town and gown, might prevent someone from prioritizing New York like I did. However, it's definitely not detrimental. So if I do go that path, then I can still play out of it. He also has a negative in youth vote. Labor and environment is his biggest penalty, and a 15% penalty in the women's movement. Now that turn, I did lose Virginia, which I hate to lose Virginia. So that kind of stinks. But turn number 9, I'm going to go ahead and lock in. Let's see, I'm going to use all of my high-tech money here because I'm going to lose Michigan. And when I lose Michigan, the bonus is going to go away. So I want to make sure that I can get that bonus. And so if I keep Delaware, keep Washington, and get Connecticut, that'll be enough, although I didn't go up in Connecticut. Whoops. We do close off North Carolina. And so 226 to 183 in a pretty strong position electorally. Really nowhere for Biden here to pivot. Biden's a great candidate, of course, having 30% African-American and 30% swing states himself. But, if he doesn't get those bonuses, it doesn't really matter as much. He does have that swing state money. But here on turn 10, I'm going to save a bunch of cash, just go up in Tennessee, get that AA money back, close off Delaware, close off Maryland, and now we are pressuring Florida. So high-tech, Old South, and town and gown versus swing states. But once I double pip into Texas here, that's going to give me a slew of bonuses. It'll give me oil. It'll give me agriculture. It will give me manufacturing by me going up in Kentucky. African-American will be awarded when I get Tennessee. So I should get everything mentioned except for manufacturing. I didn't enter Kentucky the previous turn. So export is also a nice bonus to have, 57.5 thousand. And so now I'll go up in Kentucky and I'll lock Illinois. Just kind of go up in some of these town and gown states, secure some EVs. I do have 239, but just in case he low spins or tries to force a ballot, I'm in enough states. Although this might be the point where Biden drops out. There's a zero spend. So I can go ahead and skip this turn or just let it ride out here. It looks like that Tom did forfeit. So good game, Tom. Hope you guys enjoyed the new candidate, Tim Scott 2024. And until next time, this is Brendan Borman. I'll catch you guys in the next 270 video.